This is the Shame and Blame Show. I'm Sarah Shame.
And this is Bonnie Blame, and you're listening to KDNL. That's K-Denial, the voice of people who are just fine.
KDNL, we're fine, thank you. Now leave us alone. On today's program, we'll have the latest episode of General Hopelessness and find out what's going on between Gerald and Alice.
That's right, Sarah, and then Helpful Harriet will be here with her usual helpful advice.
And then, of course, we have this month's DUD Awards. That's the Deep Under Denial Awards.
So stay tuned. We've got a really good show for you today.
And now it's time for a word from one of our generous and wonderful sponsors, Bonnie.
Yes, it is, Sarah. This program is brought to you by Manage, new and improved Manage. That's M-A-N-I-J. Your problems will all go away.
Having trouble getting your way? There's just one word we like to say. Manage. By Manage. Spell it M-A-N-I-J. In powder or spray, your troubles will all go away. Spell it M-A-N-I-J. Start getting your way today.
Manage, the new and improved Manage. Stop putting up with people who are just plain stupid. Get them to do it your way.
And here's the best part. Manage's patented formula actually causes alternate synapses in the brain to fire and, get this, makes them think it's their idea.
Just spray or sprinkle a little Manage into the face of that stubborn spouse, friend, or stranger, and within seconds, anything you suggest will be the best idea they ever had.
Indispensable for controlling children, spouses, parents, and all authority figures.
Which makes it very handy at sobriety checkpoints, Sarah.
That's right, Bonnie, and Manage comes in a concealable compact size that fits easily in purse, pocket, or under the car seat.
Carry it with you all the time. Buy Manage today comes in only one strength.
Hard to control. Remember, it's spelled M-A-N-I-J. Start getting your way today. You're listening to the Shame and Blame Show. I'm Sarah Shame.
And this is Bonnie Blame. You're listening to KDNL. That's K-Denial, the voice of people who are just fine.
And now it's time for today's episode of General Hopelessness. When we last saw Gerald and Alice, Alice had just boarded a helicopter and was leaving Gerald for the 34th time. I'm not discussing it any further, Gerald.
Where are you going, Alice? Come back here.
I'm leaving for good this time, Gerald.
Come on. It's cold out here, and it's starting to rain.
Go back inside, Gerald. You're getting all wet. I really think you need psychiatric help, Gerald. Go back inside.
I'll crash this car into that helicopter. Alice, I'm serious. I'll do it.
I knew you wouldn't do it, Gerald. I really think it would help you to have a nice talk with Dr. Monsakowitz. Gerald, what are you doing?
Won't do it, huh? I'll show you.
Oh, Gerald! You loved me enough to crash into the helicopter. You do love me, don't you? Are you all right? Gerald, speak to me!
Listen, Alice, it's the 3:45 train. You can always remember what time I died.
Gerald, please don't die, Gerald. Gerald, speak to me. Oh, Gerald, I can't stand the thought of living without you. I'm going to blow myself up with that rocket launcher I keep in my purse. Is this the end for Gerald?
Is this the end for Alice?
If Gerald is really dead and Alice isn't, will Alice ever find anyone she gets along with as well as she did with Gerald?
And what if Alice succeeded in blowing herself up and Gerald survived the car crash?
Will Dr. Munsakowitz be able to help him through his terrible grief?
And what if they both survive?
Tune in next week for the answer to all of these questions and more.
General Hopelessness has been brought to you by Manage.
This is the Shame and Blame Show. I'm Sarah Shame.
And I'm Bonnie Blame. You're listening to KDNL. That's K-Denial, the voice of people who are just fine.
And now it's time for the Helpful Harriet Show.
Helpful Harriet knows there are two ways to do everything.
Your way and Harriet's way.
And if your way was working, you wouldn't be calling Harriet.
Got a problem? Call Harriet. 1-800-HARRIET. There's no problem too big, there's no problem too small. Got a problem? Give Helpful Harriet a call.
And now, here's Harriet.
Good evening, all you loyal but sick and troubled listeners. This is Helpful Harriet. You are tuned in to the Helpful Harriet Show, where all you need to remember is that there are two ways to do everything. Your way and Harriet's way. And if your way was working, you wouldn't be calling Harriet.
Oh, look, the phones are already lighting up.
And we'll get to the phones just as soon as we hear from Detox Socks, the wonderful and generous sponsor of the Helpful Harriet Show.
Are you tired of hangovers?
Tired of your spouse and your boss nagging you?
Just tired of being tired? Get Detox Socks. Put them on in the morning and your hassles are over.
A patented elastic woven into these revolutionary socks keeps the blood out of your feet, leaving more for your brain.
Scientific studies have shown that lowered levels of blood in the brain are the leading cause of blackouts, slurred speech, and involuntary sleep, better known as passing out.
Detox Socks, Detox Socks, Detox Socks. I hate getting hangovers, I hate bloodshot eyes. I hate waking up in beds that I don't recognize. Since I got my Detox Socks, my problems all are gone. I don't puke, I don't pass out when I've got my socks on. Detox Socks, Detox Socks, Detox Socks. Since I got my Detox Socks, my problems all are gone. I don't puke, I don't pass out when I've got my socks on.
Detox Socks keeps the blood out of your feet and in your brain where it belongs. And remember, binging while wearing Detox Socks rocks.
And now, back to the Helpful Harriet Show.